So as far as like, okay, you turning your skill set to a business, right? And really having structure as far as like, okay, this is how much I'm gonna charge for my services. This is how I'm gonna market myself. I'm gonna make content for myself as opposed to just making content for other people so people can actually know who I am so I can build momentum.
Yep.
When did that kick in?
So my career, I started following artists. So as I mentioned, a lot of the artists I work with at the beginning, I was with them at the beginning of their career. So I saw what Future did to become a household name, and I saw what Young Scooter did, and then I saw what Mike Will Made It did.
What did Future do?
They did, like, just in terms of their run, just from interviews, taking photo shoots of themselves, like electronic press kits, making appearances, getting style, dressing a certain way, the presentation of who they are and who they were. I saw that formula from the music industry. Mm-hmm. Like, I was there, I was a part of it, I helped with it. I saw them invest in content, invest in these webisodes that we were doing, putting ads on the front of their webisodes. Like, I started to see it. So how it really worked for me is I saw it with the music artist side first. And like I said, I work with Future, I work with Young Scooter for the longest, and I work with Gucci. When Scooter and Gucci got locked up at the exact same time, I had to reset what I was doing, and I started then working more with producers. I came back and started working with Metro Boomin, did a lot of work with Mike Will Made It. I met Metro in the dorm room at Morehouse. So I'm working with Metro like at the beginning of his career, but I'm learning things that I saw with Future and Scooter and how they were able to do certain things early on in their career and blow up. So now feeding those same things to Metro and seeing, can it work from a producer standpoint? Like somebody that's not traditionally in front of the lens, someone that's kind of behind the scenes. Hey, bro, don't you know you own 50% of that record just like Future? So why don't we go to the radio station and talk to them about the record? And you own it too. Mm-hmm. You know, why don't we shoot the music video for it? You know, why are we waiting on Future to tell you that's going to be his next single? In this world, we could just get together and say, hey, Future, Cam's here. We got the camera. Turn the song on. We're going to shoot a video. And that was like a formula that me and Metro started where it was like he produced the record, I shoot the video. And we kind of came up that way, but it was propelling both of our careers, getting his songs from just being B tracks, C tracks on mixtapes and actually making the music videos, which pushed those records to be bigger. My portfolio started to build, his awareness started to build because we started putting them in the videos. Like, you're going to be in it too. And then people started to see it. So I got to see now it work from an artist to a producer. Like the same formula. We were going to radio stations. He was doing interviews with Fader. All these same stuff I saw Scooter and Future do. So when I worked with Metro and he started blowing up, he ended up DJing, getting on tour. I was with him on the rodeo tour and all that. When I came off the rodeo tour, you know, fast forward a little, when I came off of that, I was like, will it work for a photographer? Like, you know, that's 2015. I'm like, can I do that? I watch him do it. I watch these artists do it. Can I do that? And if you've been following me from that time, that is the formula I'm on. I'm on the music industry's formula for how to blow an artist up. That is the Cam Kirk brand formula. And that's how I've been able to stay in the game as long as I have. And that's also how I've been able to turn what's just a typical photographer into a business, because they look at me as an entity the same way they look at a Metro or a Future or whoever. So that's really how it started for me and how it worked for me. I saw it and then I just started applying it to myself. So I do interviews. I've had a bunch of interviews with like Double XL, The Source, like the same publications that's talking about the rappers, they talk about me. I've been in those same places. I treat my art galleries like concerts. They're like shows. I do it the same way. We have fun. We have DJs. It's not traditional. I brand myself. I start putting my face on billboards. My own money. Same way an artist would do it. Like, I do a lot of the same things. I have cameramen following me. I do vlogs of my photo shoots. It's a cameraman shooting, a cameraman shooting. It's like those same things we're doing, and I was doing in 2015 that nobody was doing. And it was a formula that works. And now to this day, it's to me the formula for success in whatever field you're in. We're seeing it now. I mean, saw doctors be having vlogs and cameramen of themselves. Like, everybody is branding themselves as a brand and as in front of the camera. And I think that that's a formula that I saw in the music industry early on and just applied to photography.
Created history. So
I like to think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough sometimes as you're in it. it's tough to realize what you're doing when you're talking about these artists. Like, of course, today, like we know Future.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen what Metro's doing. I mean, he's headlining shows, and so you're part of that history as well. From a technical side, right? You're taking photos, but you're also creating music videos from an editing standpoint at this time, because you're saying 2013, 2014. This is like videos are starting to come onto YouTube.
Yep.
What are you using at that point to really get the best product out?
So again, I'm learning on the fly. So I used early on, I was using Final Cut Pro, and I was just freestyling or figuring out things. I used to again, I'm not technically trained, so I would just study. So once I knew I wanted to do it, I would study. So I would go and watch a music video that I liked, especially if I found one that was like a similar tempo to the song I just shot. And I mean, probably get in trouble for this, but I used to just take the video, download it, throw it in Final Cut, layer my clips on top, and cut at the exact same format. Like, you know, like after 3 seconds, they changed the camera angle. I would study it, like how many different camera angles do they have in this scene? How many different shots? How many different locations? And I just started to get really like technical from there and just learn how to flip it to whatever it is I'm doing, until I was able to develop a style or a niche. And then I would just add a little something on it that made it feel like me, figure out how I want to end every video so it's consistent or it's branded or when my logo pops up. So, but it started just freestyling, like taking chances. I didn't have a rule book, because you got to keep in mind also, I started photography 2011, 2012. That's the start of Instagram. That's the start of all these platforms where content is just being given away. So the rule book that Jonathan Mannion followed does not exist anymore. Like that process of, you know, you sell everything or every picture you take costs money and everything is this. You don't just give this away for free, the viral videos or just home videos. Like that was all brand new. So we're developing our own blueprint for how to do it.